Waking up the world, one zombie at a time. It's the Tokin N Talkin Show with your hosts, Bob 3 and 5.
Once again, welcome to the Tokin N Talkin Show. I'm your host, Bob 3.
And I'm your other host, 5. Because think about it, if this show had only one host, it would basically be a stone guy just talking to himself.
Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea, 5.
Oh, you think?
Well, scheduling-wise, it would make things a lot less complicated.
What are you trying to say, Bob 3? Should this show just be all about you?
Well, the TNT Bob 3 Masturbation Hour does have a certain ring to it, you have to admit.
Not bad, not bad.
And besides, I wouldn't have to deal with all your stupid mood swings.
Hey, my mood swings only solidify the fact that I'm not a zombie, okay? And if my math is correct, it's easier for 2 guys to wake up the brain-dead sheeple instead of just one going at it alone.
You mean sort of a double-threat zombie deprogramming strategy?
Exactly.
Man, I was just yanking your chain. There's no way I'd want to do this show alone. So
I have a great idea. Since it's official, since Queen Crooked Hillary is now the nominee for the dumbed-down Democrats.
After she outright stole it from Bernie Bonkers, I might add.
Yeah, she did. The guy who supposedly had so much integrity. At least that was a word I often heard from the few Bernie supporters who weren't monosyllabic.
That's so true. The ones I spoke to said the same thing. Well, at least Bernie has integrity.
Obviously, the definition of the word integrity has not changed over the last month. So to all you young Bernie supporters out there, are you still feeling the burn, or are you feeling burned and ripped off?
If you guys are angry, it's completely understandable.
Jeez Louise, I hope you guys are angry. Angry as hell, and you're not going to take it anymore.
Guys and girls, that's what we've been saying from the very first show. Politicians are liars.
Yeah, that's why they're politicians in the first place. Because that's the only thing they're good at. Constant lying. But the good thing is, most of you Bernie supporters are young and idealistic.
And now that you've learned an invaluable lesson,
a total whopper of a lesson to say the least,
that politicians lie and cheat and steal,
perhaps you're ready for a special letter I wrote just for you. Bob, care to start?
Sure. Dear young Bernie supporter, welcome to the political process. We hope that you are totally pissed off and are now willing to
wake the fuck up. Seriously, it's time to realize that you've been played like a fool, so don't get fooled again.
Yeah, and if you have to go download a great song into your stupid iPods, it's a song from the 70s by The Who called Won't Get Fooled Again.
Yeah, and listen to it over and over if you have to, and then come to your senses. You guys were all into Bernie because he was against the horrible TPP trade deals, right? Well, Trump is against them too. In fact, he was against them 30 years ago when they were called NAFTA. He's been railing against them all along.
And you guys claim that Bernie had so much integrity because he was against Wall Street and the big banking bozos.
Well, guess what? Trump's against them too. He hasn't taken a penny from either one of them because he hates them just like you and I do.
And supposedly Bernie, but he's a career politician, which makes him a what?
A freaking liar. Duh. Hey, do you guys want jobs and maybe a future? Well, guess again. Trump has been creating jobs his entire adult life. That's what he does best because he understands the economy and he's smart and his IQ is off the fucking charts.
He is a genius, folks. We've just learned that his IQ is more than Hillary and Bernie's combined. That actually means he's smarter than both of them.
Yeah, we can get into the math later if you'd like, but let's just stay on track for a moment, okay? Remember how you were told that big bad Trump was a racist and a bigot? Well, guess what? He's been building these amazing golf courses all over the world for decades, and none of them are exclusive to those so-called evil white people. Let that sink in for a moment.
And not only that...
Wait, Bob 3. I still think it's sinking in, because this is a really big one.
What, the fact that Trump's not a racist?
Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, go ahead.
And when Trump's busy creating jobs, like we said before, he's creating them for everyone. No racism or bigotry involved whatsoever.
And not only that, but he's never been a sexist either. He's actually given more construction-related managerial jobs to women than anyone else before him.
And probably after him, is my guess.
Okay, we realize Trump isn't perfect, right?
Actually, I don't think anyone's perfect.
That's my point. And he certainly isn't the king of cool.
Yeah, he doesn't smoke or drink from what I understand.
He never has, nor is he a doper.
Not even pot?
No, he's clean.
Guess he won't be doing our show anytime soon.
Probably not, but is that such a bad thing?
I guess not.
Isn't being clear-headed and non-codependent something you would want from a leader?
It most definitely is, especially during a crisis situation.
Yep, so, in closing, we would just like to say, don't listen to Bernie when he tells you to support Hillary. He's only saying that because he's been bought off like all the other career politicians. And guess what? They think you're stupid.
Of course, we know that some of you former Bernie supporters are bright, energetic, and intelligent people.
We know that for a fact because stupid people don't use words like integrity.
Yeah, that's a whopping 3 or 4 syllables.
It's 4, Bob 3.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Yeah, that's a whopping 4 syllables.
So here at the Tokin N Talkin Show, we encourage you to have your own integrity and do the right thing in November. Vote for the super smart guy with the crazy funny hair.
Yeah, vote for the guy who is not a racist or a bigot or who bashes women.
And who doesn't rape them or sexually assault them like Hillary's Bill has been doing for his entire career.
Most importantly, by voting for Trump, you'll be sending a strong message to the New World Order.
A strong message indeed, one which says, hey, we like our freedom and our sovereignty. We want no part of your elite globalist control, you freaks.
Sincerely, 5 and myself, Bob 3. Wait, there's a P.S.
P.S. We know at least 1/3 of you will never consider voting for the crooked witch who stole the nomination from your guy, Bernie.
And we know you don't want to become a Hillary youth. Ooh.
So don't waste your vote by Don't waste your vote by being fooled into voting for the Green Party or the Independent Party, because neither one of them will win or have the power to steal the election.
P.S.S. Even if Hillary is behind by 10 points come election day, remember she is a desperate psychopath who will try to steal the presidency.
So it's important to band together as my brothers and sisters who have been burned by Bernie and help Donald Trump win by a landslide.
The biggest landslide ever.
Because that's the only way that lying, cheating psycho bitch will be defeated. Now go out there and fight that stinking New World Odor.
Wow, 5, what a beautiful letter.
Thanks, Bob 3. I can't tell you how many tears came streaming down my face while writing it.
My guess is bucketfuls.
Yeah, because this is such an important election. I can't stress it enough.
It most certainly is. For the first time since JFK, we have an anti-globalist candidate who could actually win.
Versus a crooked, evil despot who will steal it and have us at war with the Russians her first month in office. Which, of course, would lead us right into World War III. And I dare say that would not be fun for anyone involved.
Literally the entire world.
My guess is that's why they call them world wars.
But let's back up for a minute. The reason the establishment has been demonizing Russia so much is because Putin has told the New World Order to go screw themselves.
And England did the same thing with Brexit. Yay, England! And Donald Trump will do the same thing here in the USA.
And not only that, but Putin has totally exposed the man-made climate change bullshit too.
Yes, he has. In fact, he knows, like we do, that the only reason they're trying to push that crap is so that they can exert even more control by imposing a ridiculous carbon tax upon the entire human race.
Grr, 5. I am sick of taxes.
Bob, 3, between me and you, that makes all 8 of us.
Oh, that's clever.
Thank you.
I've been very suspicious of climate change ever since that Al Gore documentary came out, An Inconvenient Lie.
Oh, yeah. Back when it was called global warming. What a joke. Here you have this lying career politician who didn't even have the balls to fight for the 2000 election, which he actually won.
By nearly 1 million votes.
And then the Supreme Court stopped the recount, which was mandatory by Florida state law.
It almost seems scripted, doesn't it?
Of course it's scripted. It's like, here, Al, you take the fall and let Debbie become the president. And for your good work and allegiance to the New World Order, we'll let you make a film about one of your pet projects, the environment. But we need it to be catastrophic, okay? So we'll call it man-made global warming and scare the crap out of them.
And we'll make sure you win an Oscar for it.
Yeah, an Oscar.
And when we start carbon taxing them to death, we'll make sure you get billions of dollars for your efforts.
Billions and billions, like Carl Sagan used to say.
The truth of the matter is, the climate is always changing.
Of course it is. There's a great documentary called The Great Global Warming Swindle that came out in 2007. And guess what? It's actually based on the work of real scientists and real climatologists who study ice cores and other scientific evidence.
Wow, imagine that. Real science. What a concept.
Because it's true. The weather on our planet is constantly changing. We go from cooler periods to warmer periods. Cooler periods to warmer periods. Over and over and over and over again. It's a freaking cycle!
Wasn't there something called the Middle Ages warming period?
There was. The medieval warm period was from about 1050 to 1300 AD, and temperatures were warmer than they are today.
Were they driving SUVs back then?
No, they weren't driving SUVs back then. They weren't driving anything, nor did they have giant factories spewing crap into the skies.
I didn't think so.
You have to keep in mind that they've only been keeping records of the temperatures since the mid to late 1800s, a time when we were coming out of a very cool period.
Cool as in hip and trendy?
No, cool as in lower temperatures. As in when the River Thames was frozen over during winters and people could ice skate on it.
Gosh, it's just so insane.
What, people ice skating on the River Thames?
No, the constant bombardment of lies and disinformation.
Oh, that.
It's like this planet has gone completely nuts.
It certainly has. It's like they're trying to normalize insanity. Man, this is like George Orwell taken to the nth degree.
I'm sure Orwell is spinning in his grave right now as we speak.
Yep, billions and billions of times. Day after day, night after night.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. It's the beginning of August, with 3 months to go before the election.
So, dude, don't hold your breath until then, because you will die, that's for sure.
I just have to remember to breathe.
It's not hard. It'll actually become natural once you stop thinking about all the madness and insanity in the world.
I suppose.
You have to remember that among all the craziness, there still remains endless beauty and infinite possibility.
Even during the current zombie apocalypse?
Yep, even now.
Man, I've got to do a bong hit.
Hey, I'll join you.
Great. So thanks for listening to the Tokin N Talkin show.
Over and out, my newly recruited Trumpkins. Now let's defeat the New World Order.
Yeah, let's beat those bastards into submission. Where's my lighter?
I don't know. The Tokin N Talkin show. The Tokin N Talkin show. The Tokin N Talkin